Matt, you're embarrassing yourself. Bonanza's going strong.
Sliced my leg up. There's that, and I think I get some sea anemone stings on my left butt cheek.
Let's get on this pony and ride it.
Hopefully it has some aerosol left in the can after you just basically feather dusted the whole thing.
Came up with a little bit of problems.
This is where it gets very serious, okay? So I need you to be serious. You're serious?
Serious. I'm Kristen, and this is Matt. We've spent the last 4 years sailing our $5,000 Craigslist boat to some of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. From spearfishing in South Andros, Bahamas, staying in a treehouse and riding horses through the rainforest of the Dominican Republic, to even dodging hurricanes in Puerto Rico. We could have never imagined what this adventure would become. After gaining more sailing experience, we knew we had to make some serious upgrades to our boat if we wanted to keep this journey going. So we decided to go all in with our 40-year-old boat and get a new engine. We soon realized that we were in for more projects than we originally planned on. There's gonna be some major changes coming up, so hit subscribe and join us for the journey. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. It's the freaking weekend and we have a lot of projects to do, but you know, we're gonna have some fun too. We're gonna mix it in today. There's a cool wreck of like this old, what do you call it? Like a barge thing with like a craney thing.
Yeah, big barge with a crane.
That's sunken over by this private island. So we're gonna go over there, we're gonna snorkel, we're gonna grill some food up, and we're gonna have fun today before we get into our bonanza of work.
Yeah, but we're getting into what were we saying what's gonna be? Laminanza? The bonanza of lamination. We're knocking out, like we hit a third last week that we got finished. Now we're finna hit another third. Well, I don't think it'll be a third. I think it'll be a quarter. So after this happens, I don't know, quarter, third. I'm not that good with shapes.
You're going to see the boat transform right before your very eyes in minutes. So let's get our day started.
Alright guys, so quick update. A lot of you guys have been asking about the engine, when's the engine going in, yada yada yada. Believe me, I wouldn't have paid for that engine if I didn't want to put it in here, so it's definitely a priority for me. But what happened was the marina was sold to a new owner, and the new owner requires insurance for a haul out, and I believe I have to do a haul out to get the engine in. So I'm trying to sort that out. My boat's very old. As you know, I've never had insurance. If you're new to this channel, I've never had insurance, because it's hard to get them insured. I don't live in Puerto Rico, so I don't have an address here, so the companies here really don't want to write me up a policy, and that's the hurdle that I'm coming through. So I have a couple of plans. I'm just going to, you know, invoke my rights at the Puerto Rican Mafia and just say, bring a mob there and say, you have to haul me out so I can fix my engine. And if that doesn't work, which it probably won't, I can always put the engine in at the dock and fix that little stern tube later, the stern tube problem that I had. So yeah, those are my options. I guess I could just put the engine on the floor and sail to St. Thomas. St. Thomas, I believe, has a haul out facility that doesn't require insurance. At least they did 2 years ago. So yeah, that's the engine update. We want to get her in and we should be able to get it done soon. Oh yeah, plus we were gonna start working on just maybe sneaking it in, but big homie got COVID, so you know, he couldn't help us with the engine either. So we're just hitting hurdles with the engine, but trust me guys, we want it in there. I definitely want it in there in case I have to run somewhere from a hurricane, but it's just not in the cards for us yet, but it's coming.
Guys, we came to this little secluded, off the beaten path beach. It's all to ourselves and it is hot. I'm sweating.
I can't even breathe, it's so hot. So this is gonna feel good to cool down, and let's go see what's in that sunken ship. Maybe there's dead bodies, or maybe there's fish. We don't know.
Good Lord. Well, probably a pretty good chance for some fish over there. I don't know about the DBs, but yeah, we're gonna go over there. It'd be great to find a nice little snapper, and then, or like a lobster or something like that would be cool. But either way, I'm just hyped to see it. Been looking at this wreck for a long time now and haven't had a chance to come over. Haven't had a chance to do nothing but be Larry Laminato. So I am hyped to do it. I want to see if I can still hold my breath, and let's go check it out. I'm really happy I got these open-toed flippers because, as a lot of you know, I knocked my toenail off last week. So it's good that that doesn't have to be rubbing inside of a
lot of
flipper.
people don't know. Only Instagram and Patreons probably know.
Oh, it's just the entry,
He ripped his toenail off with his scooter.
Yeah, my Instagram homies and my Patreon pals, I guess y'all know. But yeah, I ripped it off with the scoot, and I was a little worried to come snorkel today, but now I know my toe is safe. I'm happy about that. Hope no critters go to eating it though.
Ew, man.
The nibbling on it.
Snorkel, there was some big angelfish, no dead bodies. There was a lot of fish in there. The viz wasn't 100% great, but we did see a few things, and I tried to go in a tunnel and I sliced my leg up. So there's that, and I think I got some sea anemone stings on my left butt cheek. But I'm hungry. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. I see rain off in the distance, so let's get to cooking some burgers. We got some burgers, we got some bacon, and my chef is gonna cook it up and grill it up for me.
All right, so I brought my handy dandy grill out here to the beach because you can't grill at the Airbnb, so I gotta come down here and grill my mates, because I was grilling on the back porch, but I got in trouble. All right, guys, that bacon is smelling right out here in our beautiful location. But one thing that's better than beach bacon is free bacon. Luckily, we've been able to partner with ButcherBox for today's video, and ButcherBox is gonna give new members one free package of high quality uncured bacon in every box for the lifetime of their membership. If you don't know what ButcherBox is, they deliver high quality meat directly to your door. With an average price of $6 per meal, the flexibility to choose different meats in different boxes, and the convenience of direct to your door delivery, ButcherBox is a great way to meet your meat needs. Another great thing is the way that they raise their meat. They have grass-fed and grass-finished beef, and they also have free-range chickens, and all the seafood is wild caught. And it kind of got me thinking, you know, old Uncle Matty could run a farm one day. I could throw my overalls on and a straw hat. And, you know, if I was going to run a farm, I'd want to treat my animals that way. And I'd want to enjoy the farming process as well. Because, you know, the way I feel about it is that happier farmers and happier animals is going to lead to better meals for me and my family. So go check them out today. Members get free bacon for life. 1 pack of delicious, high-quality, uncured bacon in every box for the lifetime of your membership. Links are in the description box below.
Double cheese is the way to go.
Yeah, now we got to go upstairs and put all our fixings on.
All right, guys, it's time to get into the transformation of your life. We're about to use these monos, and we're about to blaze through this boat with laminate. And some might call this a laminanza. So
a bonanza of lamination.
What we're planning on doing is blazing bulkhead walls.
Yep.
And cabinets from the half bath behind us and the bathroom. And so that's going to pretty much be finishing those areas out. Obviously, we have to put like faucets and stuff and shower heads in, but that's down the road stuff.
We don't have to. We want to. We could do it without the faucets. We could be the ultimate gangsters.
Anyways, let's get on this pony and ride it.
All right, first things first, we got to remove all of our cabinets and stuff so that we can have as much blank canvas as we can possibly stand. Alright, now that the prep work's done, it's time to get them templates going. Here is our big template. It's going to be kind of hard because this is a big piece, but it won't be that hard because it's going to actually end up being 2 separate pieces of Formica. We're going to have a seam that's going to end up right down here somewhere. I'm guessing that's about 4 feet. So what we'll do is we'll take 2 pieces, put them one on top of the other, and then put the whole piece on so that our seams line up as close as they can line up. It's kind of like this right here. I've done this whole wall with 2 separate panels, and the seam came out really nice. I took my time. You know, is the seam here? Is the seam here? Is the seam here? Where's the seam? You can't even hardly see. You got to really get in here to find it. Alright, so this is going to be the one for my shower. This one clearly is a little more difficult, has a lot more bends and such like that, but I think with my router a lot of these are going to come out easy. I took off the old trim for all these rounds, and I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm going to do to cover that. What I'd like to do is get some rubber or plastic half-inch U-mold, I think it's called, U-trim, but I can't find like a 30-foot roll of it. I can only find like 48-inch sections, so I'll have little seams, and I don't want that. I want one long roll where I can just have one piece and put the little seam down in the corner. But if you guys know anything to cover this with, please let me know. But no wood that I'm going to have to trim a million little pieces for, and nothing, you know, exceedingly crazy. Some sort of roll of trim that I can do here and hopefully make it nice and easy.
So we got 2 templates of the main walls done. We ran out of paper, but we're gonna run upstairs, get our lunch, and we're going, all of our laminates upstairs. We're going to put these down, trace them, cut them, and bring them back down to glue. So the train keeps rolling.
You know, that's one thing I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna refit your boat, you're gonna run out of paper in more than one way.
right, you did it. Took 500 hours, but it's done.
We think it's done. We got to go put it in there and make sure it fits before it's done. I'm sure there'll be some shaving and some sanding and some routering that needs to be done, but this is a basic template, and this should be close. You know, if God loves me, I'll go down there and it'll fit right in. But you know, if I haven't been living right, then you know I'll be punished and left to toil under this.
It's gonna come out good. And the walls are the hardest part. So once these are done, we can move on to the cabinet.
Well, Tom Petty said the waiting is the hardest part.
That's not true.
You take it to the head, you take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part.
Alright guys, we have our pieces. We're down back at the boat. It's time to start gluing. Wish us luck. Make sure you tell me what you want me to do.
Okay, put it up in that corner and kind of get it as close as you can get it.
The first piece is down and we have glued it.
Oh God, I can't feel my legs. Okay, so we're gonna switch spots here, and I want you to just hold your hand right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of pull it back up the wall. I'm gonna shoot a bunch of glue in there, and then we're gonna start slowly
gluing it down.
Slapping it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
First half of the wall done, and it looks good. Now is the second part. How do you feel so far?
Hyped. You can't hold the can upside down. You have to maybe switch hands. There you go.
Uh-oh.
It won't come out if you hold it upside down.
I can't use my left hand. I literally can't use my left hand. I won't be able to aim. Okay, I'm aiming. I'm aiming.
Ow! Hopefully I have some aerosol left in the can after you just basically feather dusted the whole thing.
Hate on me all you want.
You basically use that air in the can. I'm hyped. I got some cleanup to do, but
Yes! We did it!
I got the baller cleaner, so that should not be that big of an issue. Really loving the bottom fit.
Nice job.
Wall looks beautiful. I love it. I love it a lot better than that old pocket door that used to live here. So the seam looks really good. I'm happy about it. Obviously you can see it if you look for it, and if you run your fingernail down, you can feel it a little bit. So looking brand new. I'm hyped about it. We'll see how well it holds up over time. Only time will tell. But a quick pro tip. It's not really a pro tip. It's just what I think is a pro tip because I'm not a pro yet. But it says to spray the adhesive on both sides, let it tack up, and then stick it. When it's something that I might have to adjust a slight bit, like this seam, I kind of leave it still wet on the edges. And still wet pretty much everywhere, and I glue it together because it will still glue. I've done it on another panel and it glues really hard, but it gives you that little bit of adjustment. If you let it tack up to where it's kind of almost dry, it sticks and it doesn't budge at all. If you leave it wet when you put it on, you get a little wiggle room and then it still dries hard.
Yeah, and tell them my pro tip about that clay stuff.
Oh yeah, she's got the wood putty too. She can rub a little bit of putty in there, and that helps as well, as long as you can get the
camouflages even more.
It helps for chips because it's kind of a little more reddish, but it just gives a little bit of a stain, or it looks kind of like a knot, so it works. All right, so now I got to router down the edge just so I don't get clumsy and bump into it and rip the whole panel off. There's like an 1/8 inch edge there, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And as you guys can see, I upgraded my router bit. My dog Neil hooked me up and said, Matt, you're embarrassing yourself with that one router bit. Get some flush trim bits. So he sent me one over. Appreciate you, big dog. I normally don't ask nobody for nothing, but he happened to have my address and he sent it out this way. So, Neil, you're the man. Appreciate you. These bits are making a big difference.
We are working on this wall. We came up with a little bit of problems. Basically, we made a not so great template and then we cut out the laminate and now it's not fitting so well. We should have made a template that just covered the whole entire thing with paper because that's what we were gonna cut with the laminate. Instead it became a little fragile, is that what it would be called?
It just got janky as hell, but we're shaving it down. Laminanza 2022 is not slowing down. We ain't even touching the brakes, no brakes.
So we have to keep sanding and trying to reshape it so we can still use the piece. We don't want to have to cut another one, so we're working on that. So we're going to jump right back into there and then we're going to get this lamination popping right back off and hopefully get this wall done and some more today. So back to work.
This piece went on really, really well. Kristen was a little buck wild with the glue while I was holding it, and she's definitely silly stringed me a few times. I had to explain, Kristen, this is not silly string, it's spray adhesive. Don't get too buck wild. But she did a really good job. She got perfect coverage. It stuck really, really nicely. And I'm happy about this wall because I think it's gonna give like a lot more privacy for the shower than the old one did. You just have to kind of crawl through on the floor.
What are you doing?
Oh, nice. And then you're good in here. Now you're not going to be splashing water outside because this wall's here. Oh yeah, this is going to be nice. That's going to be nice. Just kidding, guys. I'm going to router this out now and cut out the excess here. I'm going to try to do the best job I can because this is too much privacy for the shower.
You're not funny, by the way.
I am funny.
Alright, it's looking good. Time for the router.
Alright, so we got our bathroom walls done and we got our old templates that are big, and now we should be able to speed through these walls.
Alright guys, we got our next pieces cut out for the walls. It's time to glue in bingo and bango, and it's coming about. The transformation's happening and everything's looking really good. So
Laminanza's going strong.
we're using some dowels and we're using some teamwork on this bad boy.
Let's get it with a dowel now. This is where it gets very serious, okay? So I need you to be serious. You're serious?
Serious.
This is very serious, okay? Okay, hold on. Take that top dowel out.
It's out. It's out.
Step bottom now, slowly.
Yes!
All right, so now we're gonna spray the glue and glue it up. I got my trusty helper here shaking it. We're gonna shake and bake. Shake and bake. All right, our GoPro dropped out on that one, but the wall came out really good. This worked really nicely. Basically, me, Larry Laminato, and what's your name? Laminato Lisa? Lisa Laminato?
Boatyard Betty.
She's Boatyard Betty, but she's Lisa Laminato now. We're basically becoming professionals, and you know they say pride cometh before the fall. We got a lot more laminanza going on, but I think this came out really good, and I know it sounds kind of stupid, but I'm hyped. Something I've never said before. I'm very hyped on this.
Alright, those walls are now done.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4 walls. It would only take about 7 minutes maybe? For y'all?
2 days, 3 days for us.
Y'all get to watch it all happen like lickety splizzit.
Alright, slide that cabinet in that we've already veneered with the mirrors, and then we can see the cool look of our half bath now with the walls. Hopefully it slides in though, and that didn't add too much width. Is it fitting?
Hell yeah! Can't believe you ever even doubted me.
Ta-da! It looks really big, really beautiful. It looks flossy, and I just can't believe how great this looks. I'm super excited, and I know the rest of this is gonna come out really great. It's coming out just how we planned it to come out. Alright guys, so we got all that work done. We did not get as far as we thought in our fantasy world. We thought we were gonna blaze through the cabinets, but that will have to be coming up in the next video. But the walls are done. All of our mistakes, I think, have led up to us being able to teamwork and get those all done.
Yeah, we're getting a lot better at it. Just even handling the sheets of laminate in here, I'm not cracking them and ripping them. The first one I brought in here, I just shredded like a maniac, and it went horribly. So the little lessons we're learning is making things smoother and smoother, and we have still a lot more laminating to do. So I wish Laminanza would have went a little faster, but it didn't. But you know what? That's just what happens. You know, we probably could have got more done if we didn't go to the beach barbecuing, but, you know, they say, what's the old adage? You got to work hard, you got to play hard, is what they say. So, you know, it's good to take that little bit of time.
Yeah, but also, if you're working really hard, how do you have time to play at all?
Well, I think working hard and playing hard is speculative, you know. Depending on who you're talking to, you might not be playing hard, and you might not be working hard either. You might just be barely getting by, so...
Anyways, I hope you guys we answered your questions with our engine update. Hopefully we're all on the same page now. We're hoping to get it done though. We are working towards that. We're not two big dum-dums that are just, you know, painting pictures sitting in our walls.
Yeah, trust me. I want it in there because I have to get the engine as part of a series. You know, you have to get the engine in, then you can fix the steerage a little bit better. You can fix the pedestal. You got to get all your gear shifters and everything going. So I got to get that in first, so that I can get everything else moving forward. So hope we did clear it up. There was a lot of confusion. People are like mad about the engine, stuff like that. Our Patreon pals, of course, already know. They got the engine update, and I speak with them back and forth pretty regularly about it when they have a question. So those guys know. So if you're really interested in daily comings and goings, go check out Patreon and, you know, like, subscribe, comment. We're doing a big giveaway, so if you're not subscribed yet and you made it this far in the video, you should be subscribed for sure. But we're going to do a pretty big giveaway. I think we're working on it. Pretty sure we got a scooter going on that one that we had a few videos back, and then we're going to have some other cool stuff that we're going to be giving away. So it's going to be, you know, fun stuff you're going to want to get. So go ahead and hit that subscribe. As soon as we hit 200K, we're going to do the giveaway.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye.